pardon me. When did things turn for you though? Like
Sour?
Like not even sour. Like so now, at this time you're not part of a gang though.
No.
You're just Pachi.
And we in East New York. I'm from Darsham, Chestnut. You know the
Yeah.
block. At that time, your little block was your world.
Understood.
And then your stamp took your little world outside the block, right? I mean your product.
Product, exactly.
And that's what gave your name, right? If People's Choice, Tango and Cash. If you can make your brand knock the other brand out, and then I go to you, yo, check it out. Your shit ain't popping, but this is what I'll do for you. I'll give you 60-40, and I'll stamp it, and I'll fill it. And I just come to you. You'll have my 60, you take you 40, and you pay your worker. Who ain't going to take that? And I'm still going to put your stamp on it. So you still white horse, and you still shine. You still got the gazelles. Just send me my money, fool. That's 2. You get a 1 or 2.
So now you know things are moving. We're moving and shaking. But at this time, you don't have no drama in the streets, though. There's no drama. Is there drama? There is drama, and you still got to protect your sisters at this.
You end the dreads. You go from the marijuana drama, hoping it's dead, but you look different. You still got old drama. You're just looking for new one. One that's worth the drama. The weed game made you in the street get a little bicycle. The dope game made you get the bands and the popping and the guy. I wanted that one now. I grew up. But I was only 15, 16. I wasn't supposed to grow up that fast. Get it? We met the Canary. It worked. It just worked. It was popping, but it wasn't popping for me. You get it? It was popping for everybody else. It didn't get me what I was hoping. Get it? So I took the cop out. I took the crack way out. Instead have to kill a dude, kill me for the spot. Let all my workers take everything. Started robbing them. When I wanted to get high, they would change me. Come on, you can't rob us. Come on, I'm just smoking. And I'm their dad, so they don't mind. You know, just don't make us tie you up and kick. Go ahead, play. You birthed us. We let you eat. Just don't eat too much and stop beating them up when you come get them.
What made you? How did you get into crack? Start smoking it. What made you get into that?
Because you did cocaine, my nose was tore up. Couldn't do it no more. So the older dope fiend that I was giving the package knew the only way to bring me back down was to feed me the base. And I tasted in front of me. I liked it, but I didn't. That ain't nothing. As soon as I got to the house, yo, find that dude. Yo, get me like, it was that rock. That was extraordinary. Let's do it.
How old were you at the time?
I was like 17. So then you couldn't buy less than the 8, the 9. It wasn't crack. It was still base. What I'm saying, I was young. My mind wasn't prepared for that hit. I thought I was because I was acting like I knew the drug deal. I knew information, but I still didn't live the life. The older dude who got hooked on the dope that he was selling for me had that experience over there. He got high on his supply, so all he had to do was get me high on mine or introduce me to one because I feared the dope because I knew the old dude from Vietnam who told me what dope did. So I didn't do a dope fiend, so he introduced me to the new warfare. You get it? So he could beat me, and he was my own. And I was feeding him and loving on him. But he was jealous because we were all 15, 16, and we were living. We took his but so he got even.
But did something in particular happen for you to start doing the drugs? Like, did something in your life happen?
No, it just got boring. Selling drugs got boring, and we had it. And once we get caught, you're always going to get caught. So the game was over.
Right.
So the way not to keep getting caught, now I was getting caught, but for smoking crack, which is a lot less than for pushing heroin. So I made it through the 8 years, getting the 3 to 6 and the 2.5 to 5, not 25 to life. Because I was a crack kid. I got the program. You was acting violent.
You. What did you do? Like, being a crackhead.
What I did?
No, listen. When you hear
the pipe, I burned it.
No, not that. When you hear about crackheads, right? They do a lot of things. What was the craziest thing you did?
Freak. You see
not like that. Not a pause, man.
New Jack City told you, flipped you out.
Even watching it, even being around it,
So let me explain the crackhead.
Okay.
Dope fiend was loyal and more cunning. Because after you do dope, you got 3 to 4 hours before you start feeling the effect of the sickness. The crack got 36 seconds.
Wow.
Ain't nothing in the world like trying to chase something again that only lasts 36 seconds. See, you got to stop. So now you understand why they can't do anything else. They can't think. The drug demands another hit in 30. And then the bad part is, it's never good until you stop. So you never feel the 32 seconds again. So my 32 seconds lasted about 4 to 5 years. And then I said, this is pouring too. My ass was stuck, Phil Crow cheeks, my toes hurting. I said, I need to wash up. This is getting sickening. But you don't have to do things. A crackhead's moral, like I have values. I don't need a sucker to get a bottle. When I could go to your house and take it from the Dominican and get 3 kilos and smoke with the rest of the hood for free for 7 days. Come get me, dude. Well, that sucking niggas for that dude who been sucking his whole life. Yeah, he stood there and he never stood up. So even when I was a drug dealer, like I invented the crack spot, I robbed the crack spot. That's what I'm telling you. I could live, I could smoke. I knew where the spots was at. I made them. And then those that I didn't like, I would rob them. And I mean, my dudes started dying while converting me. That's what I had to, then I started saying, you know what, it's a timeout time. I got to go to jail. Instead of fighting all these cases, I got to stop copping out. Because destiny going to catch you, right? And I mean, I've been tied up to benches, roads. Because you come to a time, you cross the line. But I'd rather, if I'm going to go rob a cab driver, and my high only lasts 32 seconds. How many cab drivers I got to rob in the hood? How many mothers and fathers I'm going to make cut? When I could go get the dude I know who got it, and I'm chilling for a while. So on Glenmore, I don't want to name the crew, but they used to run with Cool G Rap. But I stole so much crack from them that they thought that the house I used to give to everybody and we smoking that they threw a grenade there to blow up the building. It was burned and all that. And then when it's gone, my mother was crying. Everybody thought I was dead. But I was in the ball pen and I came out and I see him hanging in the corner. I took a cab. I said, just stay there. And they didn't notice me. I went in there because I knew I left crack in the baseboard of the building. And with the firemen put out to find the water dripping. I went in there. I got the hit while they were talking about how they killed me. Went home. My mother, I was smoking all night. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done because I never done nothing that I knew the values that as a man and my morals. Now if I was gay and that's what I did for a hustle, right? It's not a lifestyle, it's a hustle. Some of those do that in jail. They go, I'm not gay, it's just a hustle. All right, go do your hustle, man. I ain't hating on you. But my point is that's not how I hustle. Never hustle that way.
They blew up a building in Brooklyn, right?
No, they threw, you know how to do the fire cocktails because they wanted all the crack and then they thought I was there and I just did them. And I was smoking blue caps for a long time. I would leave them right by where they were selling them after I smoked them so they know I was blowing them up.
Did you, did you ever spend a night outside and stuff like that? Were you
Nights, weeks, bro. My feet hurt, bro. I still, I asked my wife, my toenail's still black from my crack days. They never healed, bro. The cross I carry. Like a basketball player, like Magic in them, like a MMA, they paint them black. There's some scars the ghetto give you that never leave.
What did your parents think during this time?
They cried, they laughed, they hoped. My mother's a prayer warrior, so I never give credit to my craft, to my thinking or my wittiness, but to my mother's love and prayers and my father's honor of regardless what I do, even though he threw his son in the street like a man so his daughters wouldn't get hurt, he still loved me. He still stopped the bread truck and used to give me a piece of bread with butter that my sisters and mothers never knew, and he would take me on the route and take me in the store and wash me and love on me and kiss me and say, when you're ready, come home, son. And I said, I'll see you later, Dad. Thank you. And that's how it went. And he knew because he was in the bread. He said, they looking for you, you know, man. Just sleep in the back of the truck for a week, yo. These dudes is out here. Like, you got a mob of dudes ringing up because they know they would tell my mother, tell Posse really kill. They loved me. My people loved me. It was that I was on a hate spree. You get what I'm saying?
Just robbing the spots. But you said your father, you said this earlier, but you said you didn't elaborate. You see your father put you on the street, and because your family was more focused on the daughters, you're saying. Like,
no, the religion, the morals, the values, respect, honor, all that. I'm bringing packages. I'm bringing beef to my house. And I understood him, but he could tell you when he told me to leave, I never came back.
I get it.
So they forced me now. He said, come on, 2 days, stay in the truck. I won't put you in the house because they come and told, he used to drive and find me.
Damn.
He knew. We knew, you know. He knew me. He raised me. He said, and he used to ask the right people, and they knew he was my father. Everybody knew Pachi. Yeah, he's over there. They knew who not to tell and who to tell, right? Because then Robin Hood wouldn't give him candy at night.
Got you. Rob from the rich and give to the poor.
And then the crackhead had morals. Everybody think we were cheap. We just had to sell a lot of shit because that didn't last long.
So when did you go to jail the first time?
And I think 86, just the little things, what happened and what beefs. Kids were calling my sisters, like I said. So I made one of them cans. I was real young, like 12 cans, and I put fluid in it. I put a ball with nails, and he was up on those things we used to grind the clothes on, the hanger things in back of the building. Mm-hmm. Chino ran crying because I was going to put, I didn't have a gun, so I had to use that. I knew it from my gang was how to shoot the can cannon. So I made when we go your kids. So I got in trouble for that because he told on me. And then after that little incident, it just started. I took a dude's Adidas from East New York Vocational High School. You know what I mean? Because they used to come from out of town. You going through me, and my mom can't buy me Adidas. I got to take yours. Sorry, son. You know what I mean? Take the train. Take the A train express to where the you came from. Should know better. I know the places and I know the blocks. So that's where I'm from. But yeah, so I was really greedy. I was really stupid. But I never hurt old people. You get it. But at the end, like you said, so then I got arrested. But then the real cases came with the dope. I got caught with dope, and they gave me like I said, a 2.5 to 5, and that was the first one. And then I was fighting. Then I caught a 3 to 6. And so with all this, you smoking, you out there, it all cut up. I had 3 cases, and I went in from the Rough Wax in Manhattan because then TNT was formed for us. And TNT, the trick was TNT. People thought they were scared of where they rolled up. Why niggas was scared of TNT? Because TNT had the power to take you out of your borough and persecute you in another borough. Mm. So I was Brooklyn, and I kept winning in Brooklyn. They took me to Rough Wax in Manhattan. If you were banging in Queens, they take you to Brook. Get it? Mm-hmm. TNT had no jurisdiction. So that's how they started getting the sentences. Get it? They just. So that's when I first caught my real case, and I was in Rikers Island. I seen the Kings in the 86, 87, but it wasn't until 89 that I was coming in because I needed rest. Judge Rough Wax was sentencing dudes for a long time, but I had no violence. I ain't beat no old lady. Drug dealers in those days, you could put it in their foot. They wasn't showing up to court. Now you scream at them and they come to court with their wife and everybody else about it. You get what I'm saying? And they flying colors and calling it. I'm just saying it was a different era where you could rob a dude and he'll hold it till he get you. Or we meet each other in the island, right? Mm-hmm. In the 6th building in C95, whatever. So I seen the Kings. I didn't understand, didn't really want them. In the 6th building, the dudes I was under was running wrong. So we had to close box. And you come in, we be, yo, okay, you're going to get your greens, you're on a violation, or you're doing a 9-month bid for a GAC. Then you got 9 months for guns. Imagine that. You just got a 9-month bid. Now you got 5 men to turn the feds. So you see all that going on. So you do 6 building time. That's city time. Then if you go into 4 build, 6 build, the other ones, you waiting transfer to court, then you go to upstate. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying, the 6 build is where I got introduced to it. But my 2 brothers who were Tuesdays, we were close back. We see you ain't that diamond earring, yo. You don't want to carry that out there. Them dudes bugging. Put in your sock. When you go in the sock, go down the chute. Chino is in the sock. So I'm telling them I'm going to keep them from getting robbed, and I just robbed them. So when you go to the mess hall, you see me with his Reebok pumps, 6 digital watches with the little numbers. Remember the kids, Cussios with the number. I'm flaming because robbing everybody. Well, what Chino and my man Bamboo didn't tell me. Black brothers, we were get tired of that real quick. So I was learning the game the wrong way in the 6th building. And I had to do a turnaround. After the 6th building, I had to go to the 4th building to go upstate for the 3 to 6. So after doing that in Bamboo and getting all that, I got in a little trouble and it was it. And I was moving on and before I got to Rikers Island, what I'm thinking is because my man Sambo, his name, he was from Manhattan. They put me in Brooklyn Navy Yard because I was a live wire, 5J Vietnam. And me and him were there, and he had life sentence. He was fighting all these cases. And I came there, and this is when I still was a crack, and I never forget him. I just walked in, I was dirty. And Sambo laying on his bed with his Bible. Cop diesel little Marine looking with a nice haircut, real good looking. And I'm like, all right, I see the house. And he screams, yo, you ain't staying here like that. Get him a haircut. Yo, what's your name? And you're off the bat, I'm like, yo, wait, you're trying to protect, but I'm looking at this cat, and I said, this dude could beat the out of 10 dudes. You ain't got a knife or nothing. I'm not exaggerating. You mean little Sambo. But anyway, the point is, he loved on me. And all of a sudden, the dude was cutting my hair. And that was the beginning. Sambo said, yo, you good? And he seen my eye. I don't know what him clicked. Said, take the bed next to me, but I don't want to put this out. Sambo was weird because he was so cocked. He sleep just with his underwear on his bunk. I don't care how many they were like this. Cocked in, they put next to your bunk, and you just got there. He got your hair cut. I thought I was gonna have a problem that night. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, right? The Bible could be fronting. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm keeping it real. So night I was like, why this dude playing himself? You know what I'm saying?
I like this guy, man.
I don't know, but anyway, Sambo. And that night he watched me. He said, chill. Yo, you want to run the phone in the morning? And I said, get the out of here. I'm not doing no phone shit. Don't give me that phone. I'm not running the phone in this 5J Vietnam. My toes still hurt from smoking crack. Give me about a week. He said, oh, you need to get, you think I'm lying. So he gave me a deck of cards and we started, and he loved on me. And then a guy wanted the phone that came from Brooklyn House, some dude, and he thought he was gonna break what we learned. Nobody bigger than the fam. No black and white, no matter. When you came in our house, you earned the phone, you wait your turn. Black, white, Puerto Rican, you get a slot on that phone. If you walk through there thinking you're going to change me in Sambo's house and our house, not by color, not by the kings, we wasn't king yet, we'll break you the fuck up. So dude came and he wanted it. He came out of church. So Sambo was coming. I had it back. Sambo walked in, he looked, I said, he wanted it. He saying boot up. We were already boot up. That's why they call Puerto Ricans, Rikers Island, the Germans.
Yes.
Because we put our boots on. We're going to stomp. We're going to stab. So he boot up, and I'm like, we booted up, man. I'm like, you got your Bible. Put it down, bro. Because I knew the dude was going to get punched. This dude had like 4 bodies. I don't want to get into cut, but dude was bad. I'm not saying they punks. So we had a riot, and we put him through the bubble. Ain't no message like a real message. And they broke us up, and I miss Sambo. And they sent me to the island, and I did that, and I reconnected, and I learned a little more, and then I remember Sambo telling me, yo, righteous people do it right. If you go on the island, don't turn to that garbage. You get it? The strong survive and eat off the weak or the less and all that. And then this King Mafia took me because I was, like I said, I came from the 6th building. I had beef for robbing dudes, and I had a bad rep. And I went to C95, and I was in the cells. And I was like, I was fronting like this, and I was like, y'all, these don't understand. My mother, nobody take my call, so I just want to hold the phone so I could fake. I want to feel like I'm important, because you look important when y'all grab the phone. I see other dudes look at you like they scared of y'all. And he said, you got us all up with something else. And he taught me, took me in, he gave me 3 days, he fed me King Mafia, he told me about the almighty Latin King Queen knew, and like he was a dolphin, how it saved him. And in C95 we were multiplying like bees. And then he taught me how to read. He told me about Lolita Lebron. He told me why I was Puerto Rican. He told me to quit that crack shit and how the nation saved them. And when I read the lessons, I got the biggest heart on I got in my life. Never did I get as horny as that when I read and I found power. No dope, no man, nothing made me feel that rush again. The Kings made me who I am today. They are my motherfucking Marines. They are my Boy Scouts. They are my Bible. They took a crackhead and made him into a man. They loved on him when he stunk and he didn't have nothing. They didn't abuse me. They didn't see I was weaker. So Mafia get me and he inherited me, and I went to the yard. I got my crown in 89. Dude who crowned me was a fool. And that's the first time, I said every rose got a thorn. And thank God I was already going to shock, where they gave me a shock program where I'll do 9 months instead of 3 to 6 and the 2 and the 5, and I could go home. But it was called snitching because they did pull-ups and all this. on the island. So I already did a radical move. I called Pops and I was like, yo, Pops, what's up? These dudes saying they don't know math. They telling me to do 6 because if I go to the program, I'm a snitch. But I'm a king. I know how to get through a program. I want to do 3. I want to do 9 months. He said, who them dummies? Go. Ooh, when my godfather told me that, my Woody went like that. Yo, I was a black man. Yo, I was like this. I walk around to y'all like, yeah, and I'm going to a program. Right? But then I found out the dude who gave me it was faking. Imagine that letdown. That was crack again. 32-second high. God forgive a man who make me feel that. So, he shouldn't be lying to the people. What happens when the good guy hits back? What happens when you gotta hit back? Because then you make a whole lot of fake and you come places, don't say names and you don't say the history of what's really happening. Why? What's so secret about the truth? But you want to tell about something that could incite something else. Who to give a why me and my brother, the Red fought in 1994, 92. That ain't nobody's business. The business is we ain't fighting a day. Who did that? Who went in the beacon and did that? Any fool will start a war for a honey bun. It take a warrior to go end it for the fool. It takes scars on the face. It takes people dropping their colors. It makes into pastors. I don't do that. I don't mention the past. If I go to a graveyard, it's to bring you flowers, not to know what you done and why you do it to judge you. It wasn't my time. It wasn't my rhyme. Mm-hmm. But now I want to be famous. Now I want to say something and confuse a moment that's already confused. Who cares about that? Who cares about those stories? I want to know about today. Where are you today? What are you doing for the brothers and sisters today? What are you doing for black, blue, brown, yellow? What you banging about? OGs ain't sad or broken. We're relaxing. We did ours. I don't need the new era to like me. I need them to know I'm relevant. I'm not involved. I love my crown. I don't love stinking thinking. I don't got to throw one down to lift mine up. I don't got to talk about who I cut to have balls. I was born with them. That's why I cut you. I don't need all that fame. That's secret. That's for Rockers Island. That's why I wore mittens. I ain't talk about it. I've been about it. But why? So the kids could think you got to cut to be tough? What made me tough is what got me the mittens. Why cut? Because they were taking other people's Adidas. Because when I was a thief, I hurt people's feelings. And when I found the nation, it taught me, you fight for the one who gets robbed. You don't rob them. You don't start wars, you end them. You don't brag about when you defeat your foe. You give them a Band-Aid and you lift them up. So what I'm here to tell is all these people want to get on. I know the gram is fun. I shouted. I want to be active because I want to tell them, listen to history. Nicky Bondwoman was humping dudes when he got arrested. Boy George woman. Read about any big step in any Operation Crown King Tone. What you think are women? Who you think they went to bed with? Strangers from Long Island or from Hollywood? With our brothers and sisters, the who they knew. So for you to come and say the reason I talk this or I break down or I feel you did me wrong, hood, so I told on you, or I betray you, or I want to brag on you but then make money off you, but I don't want to hold the cord. What do you think about it? What do you mean what do you think about it? In my day, we didn't think about it. We didn't let you make 10 million off a video. We didn't let you wear fake gold. Remember Biggie? When he used to wear the fake polo? In those days, you got called out, but Biggie used to punch him in the mouth, and then they looked like polo again. But I'm saying fake is too real now. And all I want to tell the youth, gangsters ain't out there doing me, Melvin Farmer, that Tola Maney. Man, my black book deep. And what I'm saying, none of us, Jeff Ford, all of them, King Blood, Louis Felipe, and ADX, you think they're going to talk about the war with the Bloods in 94 if you get them to get a word out of ADX? Do you really think that's the stupid shit they would tell the nation? What would be Blood's words if he could talk once? And he had the opportunity to sit on this bench and tell everybody what he's been suffering since 1992 with no visits, no phone calls, no mail. You're going to come up here and talk about that dumb shit. Tell him about that man. Tell him why we done forgot him and we haven't got him out of there yet. Tell him why all our leaders that ran gangs are in ADX and people who blew up the First World Trade Center are in population. Because we're the terrorists. That little white terrorist that went and fought for Al-Qaeda come back and they'll put him on the compound. But they won't let Pistol Pete. They won't let King Blood. They won't let Jeff Ford. They won't let them out. Don't tell me what. Man, that's who I'm talking for. That's why I do good. Because I'm never going to get them out of jail doing bad. I can say to a on Facebook 100 million times I love them and never write them a letter. But you feel good at night because I hit like and I said I love them. Don't send a money order. Stop faking. Let's get it right. And I'm not denouncing you. I'm trying to tell you, be real. Facebook is fake. Let's get real. Let's support our guys in jail. Let's show them the love that we used to do, ride them and get them. Let's denounce their behavior. Let's build a hood. Let's get our people back. Let's tell the truth about the Bloods, Crips, and why we were decided from the 60s, from the political movement, what we were fighting for. Let's re-educate one another. Let's fly those banners.